Welcome back if you're returning. This week's video actually inspired this rummage sale and garage sale that I'm going to show you. Inspired a living room makeover that what really wasn't intentional. This was a great little rummage sale. There wasn't a massive amount of stuff and not a great deal of vintage stuff, but I did manage to pick up some bits and the prices were brilliant. I also have included the footage of a garage sale that I went to, which was probably the most expensive garage sale I've ever been to. There was a few items I really liked, but I wouldn't have spent the money, never mind, in a garage sale. But good luck to them, you know what, to each their own. So I'm going to show you also what inspired the living room refresh makeover. So stick with me and I'll hope you enjoy the video. I did pick up some items from this rummage sale, and I was been waiting for this rummage sale to come up because I was hoping for more, but I wasn't totally disappointed. It's just I'm not finding that these sales and these church sales are not what they used to be. Whether people are just running out of stuff, I don't know, but I think if you watch my channel, you know that there's certain items that we like to pick up, whether it's old jewellery or little objects that are not necessarily used so much anymore, vintage items that are, I guess, white elephant items, we used to call them back in the UK, but definitely Canada is if it was a race for garage sales and rummage sales, we'd be losing it, sadly. But I know Tarnished Treasures finds the most amazing rummage sales and church sales. They're just, the stuff that she finds it's not stuff, it's treasures. They're beautiful. Another one of my favourite channels at the moment is The Joy of Things. Same thing, she goes to the best charity shops in the UK and finds the most amazing items, and she has lovely little tidbits of information. And you know, when she goes visiting places, it's well, check her out if you haven't already. It's just lovely. So it really was nice to find this rummage sale, and it did remind me of probably pre-COVID, where rummage sales were treasure trove of items that I certainly would have picked up. And I am trying to be good. I'm not picking up things as much as I used to, because unless it really, really catches my eye or it's completely useful to me at the moment, I'm definitely leaving things behind. But as I said, I did pick up some little items that are going to be really handy. So this was the garage sale, the one that was quite expensive. I've included the prices of the items that I looked at. I thought it was terrifically overpriced. probably would have been able to buy these things brand new from Home Sense for the same, if not, similar prices. There was one item that absolutely stood out to me, and it was an old Kirby vacuum cleaner. Who remembers those? I think I had one probably 30 years ago. That thing lasted me for years and years and years, and when I got a new Dyson vacuum cleaner, that was when I got rid of it. But this thing was amazing. God only knows how much she wanted for that, but it just was very nostalgic. I found this lovely 100% wood with a not engraved, inlaid pattern. Lovely condition. I'm going to use this as a riser. I think obviously it was a jewellery box. It's just really nice, quite heavy. The hinges are working great. The mirror's in good condition, and really loved it. And I've got a thing for boxes, but I thought this is perfect for a riser. It's nice to have when you've got big pieces of decor or big pictures that you want raised up, and you can see the inlay there. Just lovely. And that was, I believe, $3. So that was a good bargain. I also picked up this little wooden based kerosene lamp or oil lamp, and it was $1. Now, we've had a lot of power cuts this year, and I always have lots of candles anyway, but I thought this would be so handy to keep. I'm going to keep it on my dining room table, and the oil came with it. Lamp, candle and lamp oil, $1. Who can beat that? Nobody. This was a gold coloured ice bucket. Loved this. I thought it says $5, but I think whoever had that had it in a garage sale of their own. Maybe that was $2. I'm going to use it as a plant pot in my kitchen window. This little, it's for toast. I love these. I've got a couple of these, 25 cents. So I'm going to use that for my toast when I'm feeling fancy. These vintage ribbons, they came in a little packet. 3, they're all black. Oh no, sorry, there's 2 black and then this lovely little paisley one. And they are really nice quality. Again, vintage, 50 cents for all 3 in a bag. Again, great deal. Loved those. Picked up these lovely gold spoons made in Japan, beautiful condition. Some of them have just got the Japan stamp on them, and then others of them have 24 karat gold coating written on them as well. They are, like I said, they're lovely condition, so I picked those up, 50 cents. I also picked up this really lovely old frame. I do have one very similar to this, and it is very, very Art Deco inspired, and I've been looking for one in this style for a while now. 25 cents, and I've got just the picture for this. This next little tray was a great find. The top little box needs to be screwed in, but other than that it's in great condition. I think it's like a bamboo box. I'm going to use this in my craft room. I'm going to keep beside my little desk, and for $1, absolutely love it, can't go wrong. I found a really nice little white basket that I will also be using in my craft room. I'm going to be reworking things, changing shelves out and organising, so I've been looking for things like this for a while now. I've gathered up all my baskets to try and organise properly. I also found some really great little plants. Now, if you remember, in my kitchen window I have some lovely old ice buckets that I've been putting plants in. I've got, each one of these was 50 cents and I got 4 of them. So some of those will be going in the kitchen window, which is like a little greenhouse. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, this next item I picked up for $2. The material I noticed from a distance, and I walked up to it and felt it, and it is really, really heavy duty, like a canvas. I looked at it and it's Kate Moss. It was a tablecloth. This is a Kate Moss chair. So I knew I wanted to redo a chair, and I was thinking of mixing the fabrics, something similar to this. The chair that I have is my old chair from my last house. It was a set that I'd redone in velvet. This one had been outside in my garden room, but we have a visitor staying with us for a few weeks, my son's dog, and he loves to sit on the couch. Well, he's quite a big boy, so I've bought this little chair in for him. I'm going to recover it so it looks better in the living room because it is a bit of a mess. But this is a Kate Spade, beautiful quality tablecloth that will not allow me to do the whole chair, but I'm going to do bits of it, and well, you'll see at the end. But I love the color combinations. It's not exactly a match to the living room, but you know what, for the summer, for the dog. So because I had to bring this chair in, I ended up redoing the living room and giving it a refresh and moving things around. And I have been looking for a new coffee table, but this is what I've done. I made 2 panels for each arm. I glued a piece onto the back where it was tufted, and then I made a cover for the seat. So you can see I've joined it up. I've just glued this on for now. Like I said, this is a chair that will be used by the dog. I just wanted it to look half decent while it was in the living room. So I've stuck it over the existing fabric, and I had enough to do both arms, the back and the pillow. And then I've left the velvet on the sides and the back, and I'm very pleased with actually how it turned out. And I just thought it's a really lovely, bright, summery fabric, perfect for the summertime. You might remember this trim that I used on the other little slipper chair that I did with this chinoiserie fabric a few weeks ago. I wanted to sort of tie the colours in. I like the yellow and the white. So what I did was I cut a very thin piece of the hemmed tablecloth and glued that to the centre of this yellow and white trim. So literally I just ran a bead of hot glue on the white parts and then went over it with this piece of cut fabric, and I think it's tied it all together really well, and I'm really happy with the results. So once that was done, I put the chair in place, and Moose, as if he knew it was his, walked straight up to this chair, climbed on and went to sleep. He absolutely loves it. Now, Dudley also loves the chair, but little Dudley will fit in a lot more places than Moose will. Well, thanks to my beautiful sister Annette for giving me this picture of my dad. It looks beautiful in this frame. This is a beautiful toast rack, but it can also be used for holding papers or postcards. Looks equally as good. Now, I know normally sort of springtime, fall and Christmas time, I will redo the living room, well, mostly the house. But this year, because of moving the furniture around to bring the chair in, I'd moved items out of this little alcove. I love how this alcove looks now. It's really brightened the room up. It seems more light and airy. Having to bring in that extra chair, I took one chair out, sort of swapped things around, moved tables in these little alcoves, changed out the cloche, and just put some little items in that sort of I thought went together. And it does, this room feels a lot more open and airy, and those splashes of colour here and there, I've added in little bits of colour, again the little pots of flowers, but the chair has really made a big difference with a big pop of colour, and the florals. I did take one of my little toile blankets, wrapped it in that piece of black ribbon that I picked up. Here's the little box I've used as a riser, but I really love this chair, how it's turned out, and it's not necessarily a fabric that I would have picked under normal circumstances, but because it caught my eye, the colours were right, the blues, the reds, the yellows, it certainly went with the rest of the colouring in the room, so I was very pleased with that. Well, I hope you enjoyed my rummage sale, my impromptu living room refresh, the chair, which again Moose is really loving. Next week I hope to have my garage sale video for you. So weather permitting, I will have my garage sale on Saturday morning. I will have the preparation and the footage ready for you hopefully Sunday morning. It might be a little bit later in the day, but so hopefully look forward to that next week, and have a great week, and I'll see you then.